Hey everybody, and welcome back to Stretch and Relax. I hope you all had a great weekend, maybe a fun or relaxing weekend, and I hope you all are looking forward to a productive week ahead. In today's class, we're going to be building off of what we've already learned, and we're actually going to be getting up off the floor today, so we're not going to be seated the whole day. We're going to be doing a little bit of a flow, a little bit of a sequence. Still going to be more of an introductory, so we're not going to be doing anything too strenuous. But always listen to your body. If you need to modify the pose or position, if you need to come down and take a break, always do that. Always listen to your body. We're also going to be learning a new breath technique, so keep an eye out for that. And remember to always be submitting your review questions after you complete the class for your participation points. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. We're all going to meet on our mats. Go ahead and put on your relaxing music if that's something you'd like to do. And remember to set about 30 to 40 minutes out for this class today. So here we go. Let's start with that grounding, setting that intention for our class, finding our comfortable seat, whether that's cross-legged, legs out. You could even be sitting on a bolster or a cushion. Lift up those hips and just close down the eyes, okay? Remembering that I'm going to continuously guide you vocally, so you always don't have to have your eyes open. You can just listen to the cues. Let your eyes be relaxed. Let that space between your eyebrows relax as well. Let that string on the top of your head just pull you up just a little bit to have you sit a little more upright. And just tuning into the body. How is it feeling today? Maybe doing a gentle body scan, starting at your feet, bringing your attention there, moving your way up to your ankles and your shins, through the knees, and up through the hips, keeping your attention there. Good. Keep your attention going up through the hips, around the torso, up through the chest and out the arms into the fingertips. Keep it going through the shoulders, the neck, the base of the skull, and the face, all the way up to the crown of the head. Having our full body in concentration here. Start to focus on the breath now. No need to change it. No need to elongate it or shorten it. Just being aware of the breath. Is it short and shallow today? Or is it naturally elongated today? Just a few more breaths. I'm not going to change it or visualize a color. Just watching the breath. Take about 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths here. And last breath. Okay, gently open up the eyes. I forgot to mention this. Be sure to always turn off your cell phones for the hour, or if you have a watch, turn it into do not disturb. Just remember to set this time away for you. This is your time, your practice, and remember just to enjoy it as much as you can without being stimulated from the outside world. All right, so still in this comfortable seat, let's go ahead and do some wrist circles, warm up our wrists before we start practicing. Keeping that elongated spine nice and lifted. Go ahead and reverse the direction of the wrist circles. Good, and just open and close the hands 10 times. The fingers, excuse me. Nice and big, stretch them out, make a fist. Warm up those hands. Good, and release. So just do some gentle wrist circles. Shoulder circles, excuse me. We already did wrist circles. So let your hands be on the thighs, gently on the thighs here, and just make some circles one direction. Shrug those shoulders, drop them back. Release those shoulders and reverse the direction. direction. Very good. Let's open up through the side body as we reach up our arms up through the ceiling. Reach up and drop our right hand on the side of the body here, fingertips down. Left arm reaches up, 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 and over towards the right. Feeling that nice juicy stretch on the left hand side of the body. No need to force it, just enjoy it. Remember to keep your body like you're in two planes of glass, so we don't want to be caving forward, we don't want to be falling back. Keep it nice and aligned. Let's inhale, lift. Both arms reach up, left fingertips drop, reach up, 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 and over towards the left. Feeling that all on the right hand side of the body. And inhale, lift. Right fingertips down, and left arm tips on over. Inhale up, right fingertips, and left fingertips down, right fingertips go over the top, open up. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, lift, right fingertips down, and reach over towards left. If this feels like it's not enough, you can bring your right forearm down, your right elbow down, and reach over towards the left. But again, we don't want to be crashing. We don't want to try to force our arm down and then our body comes forward. We want to keep it in the planes of glass. You can even keep it just a little bit lifted, maybe bend that elbow. Kind of play with it, see what works well with your body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left fingertips down. Maybe start to bend through that left elbow, bringing you closer down towards the mat. Being nice and gentle with the body. We only got one. Let's take good care of it. Good. Inhale, lift. We're going to move into a twist. That's where the right fingertips come behind the back, left fingertips fall on the thigh. Enjoying this, or maybe taking a peek over our right shoulder. A little bit of a neck stretch. Breathe. Remember that breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist, other side. Inhale up, twice more each side. Twist, right fingertips down, left hand on the thigh. Inhale up, and switch. Left fingertips down, right hand on the thigh. Notice each time we do it, the body should open up just a little more. So here we go, last one, reach it up. Exhale, twist. Notice if it's a little bit more open than the first twist. Inhale up, exhale, switch. Very good. Inhale, reach it up back to center. Exhale, drop those hands on the thighs. We're going to open up through the neck here, so let's just tilt our left ear towards our left shoulder. And remember to drop the right shoulder. We don't want it to lift up with the ear. Keep it dropped. You could also reach the right fingertips out. See how that feels. Be gentle. The neck is definitely a sensitive area, so don't force it. Just enjoy it. Good. Inhale, gaze back to center. Right ear comes towards the right shoulder. You should feel it all along the left hand side. Maybe reach the left fingertips out to intensify the stretch. Notice if one side may feel a little bit more tight than the other. Definitely common. We do so many activities through the day. Usually we may only use one side. Say you're driving with one hand, or maybe you play a sport and you're overusing one side. Inhale back to center. Do it one more time. Left ear, left shoulder. Maybe reach those right fingertips out. Even the way we sleep, maybe we're a one-sided sleeper. That can cause a little bit of tightness or imbalances in one side of the body. So definitely common. A couple more breaths here. Inhale, center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Maybe lift those left fingertips out towards the side. Good. Inhale, center. Very good. Let's move to the spine. We're going to do our seated cat-cows. Hands on the knees. Push the back towards the wall behind you. Round and curl. Tuck your tailbone under. Let's get that cat, seated cat. Inhale, lift. Seated cow. Shine the heart. Lift the chin. Point the tailbone. Twice more. Exhale. Seated cat. Push your back away. Chin to chest. Squeeze your glutes. Tuck your tailbone. Inhale, lift, seated cow, shine your heart, lift your chin, point your tailbone. Once more, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, release, back to neutral. We're gonna do some hip circles, or some torso circles rather. Hands here gently on the thighs. Begin to drop your chest forward, back and around towards the right, and back behind you, and then towards the left. So there's one. Let's do 4 more. Nice big torso, hip circles, warming up the body. 3 more. Really focus. See where you can feel this the most. 2 more. That breath, maybe linking your breath up with your movements, exhaling and inhaling. Very good. Once you get back to your center, let's switch directions. 5 the other way. So just reverse to whichever direction you were going. Moving that torso in a nice big circle. Try to keep your hips planted on the ground. Notice if they try to lift up, let's try not to do that. Just go to where you can without lifting the hips. See, I lost count. Let's go. 2 more. Very good. And 1 more. All right. We're going to move into our tabletop. So go ahead and flip those feet behind you. Again, hands come underneath the shoulder. Remember the fingers. They should be nice and wide. If you have a wrist, feel free to, if you have a watch, feel free to take it off so it doesn't put pressure on the wrists. Hands underneath those shoulders. Knees should have space between them and they should be underneath the hips. Let's move into some large hip circles. So drop those hips back and around the heels. Bring them over towards the side. And reverse to the other side. Keep it going. Do 2 more and then we'll reverse the direction. Just warming up the body, getting it ready for practice, and reverse, other direction. Couple more. Very good. Let's go ahead and warm up the wrists. We are going to be doing some downward dogs and some planks, a lot more on our wrist today. So let's just go ahead and reverse your grip, or the facing of your hands. So the base of the palms are forward and your fingertips are back towards you. And only go to where it feels good today. So it's okay if your palms are a little lifted off the ground. Just trying to stretch out those wrists there. Okay? Couple more breaths, about 10 more seconds. Come out of it if you need to. Don't force it. Just breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just kind of shake out the wrist. We're going to do one palm face forward and 1 flipped behind you. And just do those little circles. We're going to do 5, one direction. And reverse, other direction. Nice and easy. Very good. Switch your hands. Notice if one wrist may feel a little bit more tight than the other. my right wrist does. I'm right dominant. So I use that on the computer, you know, on the cell phone all day. Reverse the direction. Very good. And release. Go ahead and shake it out. Let's meet back again in our tabletop position, and we're going to move through some more cat-cows. So let's just move through 5. So inhale as you find your cow pose. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest, round and curl, navel to spine. So that navel goes up towards your spine, squeeze it in. Inhale, cow. Drop the belly, point the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, under, chin to chest, navel to spine, squeeze the glutes together. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Maybe close down the eyes and really tune into your body. Feel it move through that spine. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Very good. Moving through our thread the needle pose. So we did this last class. We held it. This time we're just going to do touchdowns and reach. So we're not going to hold the posture. Let's go ahead and start with our right hand. Reach it up towards the sky. Twist and open. Exhale, thread it underneath the left. Right shoulder comes down. Right ear comes down. And then inhale, bring it back up. Again, we're not holding, we're just touching down. Exhale, under. Bring that right shoulder down, right ear down. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Bring that right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Right shoulder down, right ear down. Good. Inhale, reach it back up. Shine the heart. Exhale, we'll switch sides. Shift your right weight into your right hand. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. Stretch and reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm comes underneath the right. Left shoulder down, left ear down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, under. Inhale, lift. And exhale, last one. Thread the needle. Inhale up. Very good. Drop both hands down. Go ahead and push your hips back into a quick child's pose. Just a couple breaths. We're going to keep it going. Inhale, bring it forward. Meeting in that tabletop. Check your toes. See if there's space in between them. If not, get some space in between them. Tuck your toes under, and we're going to lift up off of the ground. Make sure we're nice and strong through our upper body. So notice if you're sinking into your shoulders. We do not want that. Be active. Push the ground away like your mat's coming to you or you're trying to push it away. That's how active those arms should be, okay? So get them active, and here we go. Inhale, exhale, lift off. Bring those knees just to hover, just a few inches off your mat. Stay strong through your upper body. Breathe. We're going to be here about 10 more seconds. A very active posture. You should feel that heat rising in the body here. Remember to breathe. We're not holding our breath. For 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Find a quick child's pose. Inhale forward, tabletop. Tuck your toes. Push the ground away, active through the upper body. Inhale and exhale, lift off. Bring those knees to hover on the mat. For 3, 2, and 1. Push those hips in the sky. Finding our first downward dog of class today. Your ears should be in between your biceps. You should be looking back behind you, not down towards the mat. Remember your hands. How are your hands? Are they active? Are they wide? Are you distributing through the weight through all 10 fingers? Breathe here. Let's go ahead and shake out our head, no. Shake out our head, yes. Good. Go ahead and walk your dog. So bend one knee at a time, opening up through each leg, each hamstring and glute. Are we breathing? We should be. Couple more breaths.
And this time we're gonna walk our feet up towards the top of our mat, one by one, taking it nice and easy. Bringing our feet up to meet our hands here. Put a little bend in your knees and just allow your head to come all the way down. So the crown of your head, you should be looking in between those legs there. Now we're gonna do a half lift. Let's fill up with some oxygen. Bring those hands on your shins to help lift you up. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. So on that half lift, we're creating a nice straight spine. Inhale, lift. You can even bring support on your thighs if you'd like. Good, breathe, inhale, and exhale. We're gonna ragdoll our way up. So a ragdoll is bringing us up to to standing, one vertebrae at a time. So here we go. Inhale as you stack one vertebrae on top of the next. Your arms should be heavy. Your head should stay heavy. It is the last thing to rise when you make it to the very top, okay? It's called the ragdoll because you're just supposed to ragdoll your way up to the standing position. So let's all make sure we're at the top of our mat. If not, you can kind of walk your feet there. And we're gonna stay in mountain pose for a couple breaths. I'm gonna face you, but you all should stay at the top of your mats. I'm just gonna give you some pointers here. In mountain pose, our feet are right underneath our hips. Let's go ahead and lift our toes, nice and wide, all 10, spread them out, and then set them back down. Grip the mat with all 10 of those toes, okay? Let's move it up to our glutes and our core. So your glutes should be slightly contracted just to keep you upright as well as your core here. Hands should be on the side of the body. Open up those fingers nice and wide. Draw your shoulders down and back, just away from your ears a bit, and close your eyes, okay? Imagine that string is lifting you up from the crown of your head. Breathe here in this mountain position. Nice and strong like a mountain. Couple more breaths. Good, and gently open up the eyes. Here in this mountain position, inhale, bring those arms up overhead, reach them towards the sky. Exhale, we're gonna do a swan dive. So you push the walls away on both sides as you come down with a nice, strong core, straight spine. Drop those fingertips. If they touch the mat, that's great. They could also be here on the thighs or the shins. Good, let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. We're gonna ragdoll it up again. Remember, hands, head stays heavy, just stacking one vertebrae on top of the next until you finally make it to the top here in mountain position. Let's inhale, hands up overhead. Take a nice big sweep. We're gonna swan dive it down. Push the walls away, arms are straight, hips go back. Nice and long spine until we meet into our forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, release. One more time, ragdoll our way up. Your head stays heavy the whole time. It's the last to rise. Once it makes it there in our mountain pose, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive it down. Keep that core tight. It's gonna help us as we're folding here. Exhale down, inhale, half lift. Very good. Bring those fingertips to touch down. We're gonna step our left leg back. Take a nice big step here. Check out your front knee. It should be at a 90-degree angle. This is called the low lunge position. Good, go ahead and drop that back knee. Untuck your toes. So check out your front knee. Should look like mine. Your back knee is down. Untuck the left toes and push the foot into the ground. Very good. We're going to release our hands behind us. Shoot laser beams out of all 10 fingers behind us. And inhale, sweep them up. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Biceps are by the ears, and we're holding this ball of energy up above our head. Keep your core nice and tight. Breathe here. Feel the energy you're creating through these movements. A couple more breaths. Good.
release. Bring those hands to frame the foot. You're gonna push your hips back. You're gonna get a nice juicy hamstring stretch here, okay? This is known as a half splits. So just breathe into the back of the leg here. It should feel pretty good. Couple more breaths. And bring it forward. Drop the left hand down on the inside of the foot. We're gonna take a twist. Right arm goes up. If it doesn't feel good to keep the right arm up over the sky, you can put it on the hip. Again, modify however your body is asking. Maybe looking past the fingertips. Inhale, exhale, release. Drop the hand down, shoot the right leg back. Hips go back, find a child's pose. Good job, everybody. Good, inhale, forward, tabletop. So we're gonna do all that again on the other side. So we're starting in our tabletop. Check out your hands, are they nice and wide? Tuck your toes. Lift the knees off the ground to hover. We're hovering for 10, 9, 8, 7, strong through those arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it back, quick child's pose. Good, inhale forward. Strong through the arms, push them out away, tuck the toes under, lift the knees off the ground to hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's shoot those hips in the sky. Downward dog. Notice if this downward dog is starting to feel a little bit more open. The body's getting warm and we're opening up those hamstrings a bit. Go ahead and pedal the legs out. Walk your dog, shake your head out, no. Shake your head out, yes. Good, let's go ahead and gently walk our feet up towards the top of our mat, one step at a time. Meeting in this forward fold position. Hands come on our thighs or our shins for support. Half lift, fill up with some oxygen. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Ragdoll your way up, one vertebrae at a time. Taking your time here, no rush. Meeting in this mountain position, glutes slightly tightened, core is tight. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. We're only gonna do it once. Inhale, half lift. Come into that straight spine. Exhale, release. We're gonna do the other side. Fingertips come down to touch. You're gonna shoot your right leg back this time. Finding that 90-degree angle with our front leg. Let's hang out here in this low lunge just for a couple breaths. You should be high up on those back toes. Try to push the ground away. Make some space between your chest and your thigh. Couple more breaths. Inhale, exhale, drop that back knee. Untuck the toes. Good job. So we're gonna go ahead and lift up off the thigh, make some space, core should be active, shoot the fingertips behind you. Stay nice and strong. You guys are doing great. Now let's inhale, lift it up, holding that ball of energy up overhead, right? We should be at this 90-degree angle. Pushing through that back leg is gonna give you more stability. Breathe here, get those biceps by the ears. Couple more breaths. Good, inhale, exhale, release. Bring the fingertips down to touch on the outsides of the foot. Now shift the hips back. This leg should start to straighten out. Your left toes should lift up off the ground there. Meeting in our half splits. You should feel this all along the back side of that hamstring, the left hamstring. Maybe even the glutes and the calves. Breathe into the area that you're feeling it. Just a couple more breaths here. Good, the next inhale takes us forward. We drop that foot back on the ground. Our right hand comes on the left, in the inside of our left thigh. And let's take that twist. Left arm up towards the sky. Hand could be up, you could also drop it on the hip. Whatever feels
Couple more breaths. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bring it down. Let's go ahead and bring that left knee to meet the right. Find a child's pose for 5 breaths. Let that forehead come down. Allow the body to relax just a bit. Couple more breaths in the child's pose. We're almost done. Good. Inhale, take it forward, tabletop, and go ahead and meet in a seated position. Good job, everybody. We're going to finish off with learning our new breathing method. This breathing method is called an Ujjayi breath. It's kind of hard to pronounce, but once you get it, you'll be able to pronounce it every time. So Ujjayi is, in yogic terms, known as the victorious breath, the ocean breath. It's known as the ocean breath because it kind of sounds like the ocean when you're doing it. So let's go ahead and try it out. So first, you're going to inhale through your nose, a nice big inhale. Once we exhale, we're going to open up our mouth and we're going to act like there's a plane of glass in front of us. And we're trying to fog it up. You know how when you go on a window, it creates that fog? Envision you're doing that. We're going to try it a couple times with our mouth open, then we're going to close our mouth, okay? And that's how you do the Ujjayi breath. So let's go ahead and just try it out. So find a nice seated position. And we're going to inhale through the nose, nice big inhale. And open up the mouth. Create that sound. Let's do it twice more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, create the. One more here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Very good. So now we're going to try it with the mouth open. And you should feel it coming directly from the back of your throat, okay? It's an audible breath, so you should be able to hear it. It's a very popular style of breath, especially in flow yoga. It helps you be grounded, and it really anchors you into the movements, into the postures that you're doing. You're able to link the postures up with the breath. So be sure to remember to be able to hear the breath. So it's an audible breath. Both the inhales you should hear as well as the exhales. And it also kind of heats you up. So if you feel a little bit of heat in the body, that's normal, okay? Let's all practice the Ujjayi breath with our mouth closed. So find that nice comfortable position, maybe even close down the eyes. Let's begin with the inhale. You should feel it on the back of your throat. Pause and exhale. Good. Let the jaw be loose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Creating that ha sound with the mouth closed. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Nice big inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Gently open up the eyes. Again, you should really feel it in the back of the throat. Maybe you could hear that ocean sound that I was talking about. And if you have any questions about this, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to answer them.
This is a good breath to use while you're doing a practice. If you feel like your mind is wandering, try the Ujjayi breath. It really is a grounding breath and will bring you back into your body. All right, let's just go ahead and finish off with some relaxation. So let's go ahead and flip on our backs and lie down in our Shavasana. Arms on the side of the body here. Knees can be bent and maybe drop them together if you want a little bit more of a supported position, and maybe if you're causing tension in your low back. You can also grab a blanket, quickly toss it over you. That will help you really relax here. We're going to stay here for about 10 breaths. So find the position you would like, because we don't want to fidget for the next 10 breaths. You want to stay completely still. A lot of times this is tough. It seems like it would be easy, but notice if your body wants to move, wants to fidget, wants to get up and finish already. Really practice the restraint to just stay here. All right. Close down the eyes. Bringing your attention to your body. Let's go ahead and do a body scan there, starting at the feet. Notice if you feel a little tingle in your toes, maybe some energy circulating through your body. Just gently doing the scan from your toes, through your ankles, moving its way up through your shins and your calves, continuing up through your knees, around your thighs, up through your pelvis area, your hips. Continue the body scan around your torso and your stomach, moving its way up to your chest and your upper back. Keeping the scan going through your arms, your elbows, your forearms and your hands, all the way to your fingertips. Continue the scan up through your shoulders, your neck, your throat, through the base of your skull, around your face and your head, all the way to the crown of your head here. Just being aware of our entire body. Not too often are we still enough to just pay attention to the body. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Just spending a few more breaths here in Shavasana. Let your face relax, let your jaw relax. Space between your eyebrows, let it soften. Just enjoy doing nothing. Very good. Let's all take one last deep inhale and exhale. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth with the H-ah sound. Let's go ahead and do it with the mouth open. So inhale, nice big through the nose. And exhale. Let it all go. Very good. Bring some movement into the body. Just wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Roll out the wrists, roll out the ankles, waking the body back up. Good. Let's go ahead and roll over to the side. Use your top hand to help you up to a seated position. And we are done. Thank you all for practicing and following along. And I hope you have a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. So until then, bye-bye.